Hello, I'm at GufFromHouse.com, and this is Jayson Henderson from Burton Snowboards, and Jason's going to walk us through the Burton Flight Attendant and the Burton Custom. Hey, Jason. How you doing, bud?
Good, how are you?
Good, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's always good to have Jason back shooting with us. We today are at the Burton Minneapolis store in Uptown, Minneapolis, and Jason's going to walk us through a couple pieces, key pieces to the all-mountain category. These two boards, the Flight Attendant and the Custom, get a lot of love, and it's hard for people to pick between them. So that's why we decided to do this video.
Yep. So both,
Custom.
both just kind of iconic boards. I mean, the Flight Attendant has really come on in the past, 4 or 5 seasons, as a, killer all-mountain board. A lot of our Western territories really like it because it does have that stiffer body, through the middle. Cuts through a lot of the chunder and everything. It does have the balanced freeride nose. So
what does that mean?
So it's got the tapered nose, which is wider in the front, but it's past the upturn. Like past where it contacts the snow if the snow were perfectly flat.
Right.
So, very versatile. If you end up, rolling through the park and hitting some jumps and riding switch, it's still going to ride, just fine in those conditions. But where it really shines is in the deep snow, where that taller, that taper really kicks in, and then it kind of sets back and becomes very directional. Right. Floats well. So a lot like the Custom. The Custom is a full cambered board. It does available in Flying V as well, but no taper on this one. So I guess that's the biggest difference is there's no taper on the Custom. So the only difference is it does have a little taller nose than tail, but there's no taper to it. So it's going to ride backwards the same as it's going to ride forwards. So I guess if you're looking at these two as far as like which one's more all-mountain freestyle, which one's more all-mountain freeride, Custom would be all-mountain freestyle. Cool. Flight Attendant would be all-mountain freeride. But still both very versatile boards. Got it. So a couple different price points. So the Custom, a little bit lighter, does have carbon highlights on the bottom, which is a little bit lighter than like the standard carbon I-beams. But it just overall is a little lighter board, a little snappier. Cool. So.
Sweet. I like how you kind of put those into the two big categories too. If you do a little bit more freestyle influenced riding all mountain, the Custom's the jam. Like you were talking about earlier. You can take a big wide 170 and do a lot with it in deep snow. But still you can take a rip through the park if you want to too. And then kind of same thing here is like most people who ride this tend to keep their board on the ground. I would say and tend to put it one direction.
Yeah, or if they're big mountain, backcountry, if they're dropping cliffs, that sort of thing. The Flight Attendant's a good one for that because it is pretty meaty through the middle of the board. So it's still going to cut through a lot of, chunder and things like that, but just that taller nose. Right. So when it does snow, if you're in areas where you get you get powder pretty often, the Flight Attendant might be a better way to go. Yeah.
One thing that I love about the Flight Attendant is the carbon I-beam. There's not very many boards, really. What other boards have the carbon I-beam still? I don't even know if there is one. Is there?
That's one of the only ones left, that has the carbon I-beam.
Right. And that's fun. It gives the board a lot of unique energy. Still torsionally rigid, but still a little bit more meaty in between the feet. Yep. Right, it's good. Well, Jason, thanks so much for walking us through. Is there any other like major pros or cons between these two?
No, like I said, it's just kind of more where you're at and what you're riding most of the time. If you want one board that does everything well, if you're not in super deep snow, all of the time, then go Custom. Yeah. But if it does snow and it's deep, it's going to be fine. It's just the Flight Attendant will be better. So it's kind of like basically just it's more like where you're at and what the terrain is. Sure. So.
For me, I'd probably choose the Custom.
Yeah, or the kind of on the flip side of that, the Custom is available in Flying V. So it is rocker in the middle. That's our hybrid bend, camber under the feet. Some people really like that. That does work well and it's easy to ride. Doesn't work well for us in the Midwest quite as much. I mean, it's very steery and easy to ride, but they don't hold quite as good of an edge on hardpack as camber. Right. So we tend to prefer camber and that sort of thing. But you know, people out west that are riding softer snow all the time.
Right.
You know, that hybrid bend might be the way to go.
Might be the way to go. And you know, it's funny you mentioned that too, because that's probably why I have a camber bias in my boards. And someone left a comment. We just put up our the Burton Custom X video. And the guys, I can't remember his name, but he was like, I watch all the reviews or whatever, but I love hearing your camber bias with the Custom X. And it's like, I suppose it's because the territory that I ride the most, like camber really benefits a firm, hard pack territory rider.
Yep, I mean, nothing holds an edge like camber. That's just the way it is.
That's right.
But, you know, the hybrids work too.
Hybrids work too.
But
yep, they sure do.
They work in different snow conditions.
That's right.
That's why they make both.
Well, perfect. So hopefully this helped you guys figure out which one you like more. The Flight Attendant, which is a little bit more free ride, the Custom, which is a little bit more freestyle, but they both fit wonderfully within the all mountain category. Jayson, my man, thanks for lunch.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment or a question. Let us know what you think of the Flight Attendant and or the Custom. Make sure to check both boards out below by selecting the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe there. Check out more vids there. Hopefully, see you guys on snow. Deuces.